All right, welcome. Today, we're sinking our teeth into one of Taiwan's most famous and, let's be honest, most alarmingly named street foods. You're going to want to hear this one. So, let me just ask you this straight up. Would you be excited to try a dish called coffin bread? Yeah, it doesn't exactly scream delicious now, does it?
And hey, if you're thinking, no way, you're not alone. A lot of first-time visitors to Taiwan find the name pretty, well, chilling and off-putting. It's definitely one of those things that makes you stop and think, wait a second, what am I actually about to eat?
But, of course, there's an amazing story behind that name, and the dish itself is anything but spooky. So let's get past that initial shock, okay? Let's see what's really going on here. Believe it or not, despite that wild name, coffin bread is actually a lot like something you've probably had before. A bread bowl. See? Instead of a big round loaf, it's this super thick slice of toast, fried till it's golden brown and then hollowed out. It's basically a crispy, delicious, edible box. So what's inside? Well, you can forget anything creepy. We're talking about a rich, creamy filling, usually with chicken or ham, and mixed with veggies like carrots, peas, and corn. It's savory. It's super comforting. It's pretty much the exact opposite of what that name makes you think. Okay. So if it's that delicious, how in the world did it get that name, right? Well, the whole story goes back to a busy market in a city called Tainan, and what you might call a happy little accident in branding. So picture this. It's the 1940s. A restaurant owner, Shu Liu Yi, creates this brand new dish. He calls it chicken liver bread, and people love it. It's an instant hit. But then one day, a professor comes into his shop, takes one look at it, and points out that its shape, with the little bread lid on top, looks just like a coffin. And somehow, that kind of shocking, totally accidental nickname, it just stuck. And his original idea was actually brilliant, a real fusion of cultures. He wanted to take a Western food, bread, and combine it with an ingredient that was seen as really nutritious in Taiwan back then, chicken liver. I mean, it's just a perfect example of how new, amazing foods get created when different cultures mix. But okay, the story doesn't just stop in the 1940s. Nope, like any truly great dish, coffin bread has kept changing and adapting to what people want today. So even though it started with that chicken liver filling, these days you're way more likely to find it stuffed with things like chicken or cuttlefish or even seafood in a yummy curry sauce. And get this, to keep up with our fast-paced world, vendors even came up with smaller rectangular versions you can just grab and eat on the go. It's a true classic that just keeps reinventing itself. All right, but now we get to what is, I think, the absolute best part of this whole story. That name, coffin bread, was, well, it was a problem. It's a little dark, right? So the vendors came up with an unbelievably clever solution using a little wordplay. And this right here is the big reveal. It's all about the power of a pun. So, in Chinese, the word for coffin is pronounced guansai. But, and this is the key, a totally different set of characters that mean official and wealth are also pronounced guansai. They sound exactly the same. So what did the vendors do? They just swapped the characters. They kept calling it guansai bread, but started writing it with the characters for official and wealth. And just like that, the whole meaning was transformed. It went from something dark and morbid to a blessing, a way to wish their customers a promotion at work and a future full of wealth. So now, when you see coffin bread, you know it's not just a fried toast box. It's a treasure chest, the Guankai Ban, that's literally filled with good wishes for your future. It's just an amazing example of how a simple, clever twist of language can completely redefine a cultural icon. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? The next time you come across a food with a really weird name, just remember this story. There might be an incredible tale of history, creativity, or maybe even a brilliant pun hidden right inside. Thanks so much for tuning in.